Hello and welcome to a fun fact compilation. So these are going to be the first 12 fun facts from the beginning of December to the middle of January. This is a compilation, so it'll just jump from video to video so you can just watch them and not have to watch all the shorts. Without further ado, here's the compilation for fun facts. Welcome to Harry Potter Fun Facts, where I give you behind the scenes or background information on things that most Harry Potter fans may or may not know. On today's fun fact, we are talking about the third movie of the Harry Potter series, Prisoner of Azkaban, where it is the first time in film history that a CGI character relieves itself in the movie. The scene we're talking about is in the third movie when Buckbeak is introduced. While Hagrid is speaking, in the background, Buckbeak relieves itself right on the floor, which is something that the animators didn't have to do, but it made it seem a little bit more realistic considering a normal horse is not going to pay attention to what is going on. If it has to relieve itself, it will relieve itself. And so it makes it a little bit more realistic and keeps you immersed in the universe. So that's today's fun fact, so make sure to come back so you can get more fun facts in the future. Did you know that in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the Frog Choir director was never meant to be Phileas Flitwick? The director of the Frog Choir was played by the same actor who played Phileas Flitwick in the first two movies, Warwick Davis. But he was supposed to be a completely new character who was just the director of the Frog Choir. But so many people just assumed that he was Phileas Flitwick in Goblet of Fire, they just made him Phileas Flitwick. That is why Phileas Flitwick shaves his beard and dyes his hair between the second and third movie, is because he became a Frog Choir director and then became Phileas Flitwick once again. If you like this fun fact, keep checking back so you can see more fun facts like this. Did you know Ian McKellen was asked twice to play the role of Dumbledore in the Harry Potter series? The first time was for Sorcerer's Stone, but he had to turn it down because he was playing Gandalf in Lord of the Rings and they were still filming. The second time was after the passing of Richard Harris, after the filming of Chamber of Secrets, before the filming of Prisoner of Azkaban. He was asked once again because he was no longer filming for Lord of the Rings, and his response was, "I think it would be rather confusing if I played two bearded white old wizards." So that's another fun fact for today. Keep checking back for more fun facts. Did you know it took over 90 takes to film the 7 Potter scene? The reason for that is because Harry had to play 7 different parts at different angles. So right there, you probably have 5, 6 different angles plus 7 different characters that he has to play. And they also have to have the original actors play through that entire scene so then he can match the mannerisms while they do the voice. So honestly, just a little over 90 takes is probably very impressive that it wasn't 1,000 takes. Did you know Dolores Umbridge was eventually tried and convicted and imprisoned to Azkaban for what she did in the Ministry of Magic during Voldemort's reign? Good riddance for her. She was evil, but she did it of her own accord. And unlike some of the Death Eaters, who did get caught and imprisoned, she did it because she wanted to. There is a theory that part of the reason why she did that was because a mudblood tricked her into the forest and had her attacked by centaurs. But we'll find out the real reasoning once the Epic Universe ride that comes out this summer goes live. Did you know Dumbledore's name has a deeper meaning to it? In Old English, the word Dumbledore actually means bumblebee. And the author had a reason for why they named Dumbledore Bumblebee, is because he was always humming around his office. I also think Bumblebee is an apt description for Dumbledore's personality because, you know, he's a sweet, fun-loving guy until you cross him and then he stings like a bee. Did you know that some of the names of the original main characters of the Harry Potter series were changed before the release of the first book? Before they were changed, you had Hermione Puckle, Draco Spinks, Neville Puff, and Lily Moon, who did actually end up becoming Luna Lovegood. Some of them are very obvious reasons why, such as Neville Puff, because, you know, he was almost like a Hufflepuff, but I think it would have been too on the nose to say, look, Neville should be in Hufflepuff, but he's in Gryffindor. I think Spinks is too weird of a name, and Draco Malfoy works much better. And I do remember reading that Hermione's last name got changed from Puckle to Granger because Granger seemed more of a British Muggle last name. Did you know Harry, Ron, and Hermione's name actually have a deeper meaning to them? Harry is the Middle English name for Henry, who is one of the royal king's names, showing that Harry is a leader. Ronald comes from an Old Norse word, Roggenvolder, which is a title for a royal advisor, being that Harry is named after Henry as a leader, royal advisor, Harry's best friend. And finally, Hermione's name is from Shakespeare's Winter's Tale, which just shows that it wasn't just Hermione who was clever, but also her parents who read Shakespeare. Because before Harry Potter, Hermione was not a very common name, except for through more scholarly parents. Did you know Peeves the Poltergeist from the books was supposed to be in the first movie, all the way to the point that they had an actor, paid him, and he filmed all of his scenes, but director Chris Columbus didn't feel like it fit very well with the movie and eventually cut him out. Did you know that the Harry Potter movies would have been very, very differently if the author went a different direction with who she wanted to direct? Originally, Steven Spielberg was supposed to direct, but they separated on creative differences where Steven Spielberg had been pushing Haley Joel Osment to play the role of Harry. Did you know that the Dementors were based on the author's experience with depression? The author described the feeling of being with the Dementor as that cold absence feeling, that really hollowed out feeling. That's what Dementors are. Did you know that Robbie Coltrane, R.I.P., who played Hagrid in the films, was actually the first character to be cast in the Harry Potter films? Alright, I hope you enjoyed all of those fun facts and maybe learned a little bit on the way. We'll be back in a month with another compilation of fun facts, so I hope to see you then. Thank you for watching another Marvelous Marauders video. If you liked what you watched, make sure to watch one of the videos over here. You got a previous video or the next video, depending on when you're watching this, and then you have a playlist that is going to relate to whatever video you just watched. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you in the next video.